People, I mean, y'all know me. Y'all know me well enough. We've been, doing this Tudor Reviews podcast, and big shout out to the Tudor Reviewers, listeners, lovers, supporters out there. But we've been doing this for 3 years. We hit 3 years. We hit the 3 year mark on October 4th, man. I couldn't be more proud of the show. I couldn't be more proud of, my listeners. I couldn't be more proud of the results. But at the same time, sometimes I do feel like I've barely even scratched the surface with this podcast, man. I feel like there's so much more room for improvement. I feel like there's so much more room for diversity as far as topics go, and just things to shift gears, things to shake things up a bit, and not necessarily change the whole dynamic of the show. But listen, I'm rambling on, people, and for good fucking reason. But I say all that to say this: if y'all been tuning in with me and been rocking out with me all this time, then y'all know there's one thing about me that's for certain. When it comes to horror movies, I am a practical over CG guy any day of the week. Practical effects, practical monsters. I'll take the man in the suit as opposed to the CGI monster that's just running around and looks a little sketchy like Sega Saturn cutscenes and shit like that. I love practical effects, man. When I think of practical effects, me personally, I think of Tom Savini. I think of K&B. I think of Rob Bottin. I think of Rick Baker. I think of Kevin. What's his name? Kevin Yeager. I think the guy that designed the Chucky doll, and I'm pretty sure he was behind some of the Nightmare on Elm Street 4 business. But y'all get what I'm saying, man. I think of so many of those people that put the work in and their crews. No disrespect to the people that work with those main names, because you have a main guy most of the time that is behind the special effects, that headlines it, but he has a crew behind him. So shout out to those people and the crews that are involved in the making of those practical effects. But I love practical effects, man. I love the people, the crews that sit there for 10 to like 24 hours a day and night and just make these creature effects and make these these prosthetic appliances for these death scenes, and these movie monsters that we've come to love. And speaking of movie monsters, man, sometimes we think of the Xenomorph and the Alien movies. We think of Predator. We might think of the Relic. And somebody that is very known, that's very common with some of those majority of those names that I just mentioned, is Stan Winston, man. And Stan Winston not only created some brilliant creature effects, some memorable movie monsters over the years, but Stan Winston, his first time in the director's chair was for a movie monster that he created. And this was a movie I did commentary on for the late great Stan Winston's birthday some time ago, when I started the show. And basically, let's cut to the chase, people. I'm saying all that to say this: Stan Winston, his directorial debut was for the titular character that he created, the movie monster he created, Pumpkinhead. And I think that was in 1988 when that movie came out. And Pumpkinhead is and will always be, I think it's a classic, man. I think it's a classic monster movie, and I feel like at times it is very underappreciated. And for Stan Winston to not only helm the practical effects and the creature effects for Pumpkinhead, but to direct, his first time directing, like, he loves this shit so much, and he loves Pumpkinhead so much he wanted to get behind this project personally. I think that that is a testament to who Stan Winston was and the hard work that he put in for these creature effects. Now, I don't know if Stan Winston knew back in '88 that Pumpkinhead would grow to be this iconic character, for better or worse. And there's talks of a reboot coming out, which I'm actually curious about, man. I did an episode a while back called Bolted Doors and Windows Barred, talking about the backstory of the Pumpkinhead series, because there's 4 movies, unfortunately. But I also talked about the possibilities of how a Pumpkinhead reboot could actually work the fuck out, man. It could work really well. It could work out really well, especially in this horror resurgence that we see with the horror movie slashers and the horror movie monsters. But you know Pumpkinhead, we've got, there was a third movie I did commentary for it, Ashes to Ashes. Liquor didn't help. It's hands down one of the worst fucking movies I've ever seen in my life. I can't remember what the ranking was, but Doug Bradley was in that movie, unfortunately. He couldn't even save it. I don't know if he had to pay a light bill or some shit with the money they gave him, but he was in there. And so was Lance Henriksen. You know, he came back as Ed Harley's ghost. And then you had Pumpkinhead 4, Blood Feud. I'd never even wasted my time after watching part 3. But, again, I say all that to say this. This one here, people, Pumpkinhead 2. I feel like director Jeff Burr does not get the credit he deserves as not only director of this movie, but as a genre director in general. Now, it's not like Jeff Burr is a James Wan or, you know, Eli Roth or Jordan Peele. Like, we can't put him in that category, but I do feel like Jeff Burr, as far as the late 80s and early 90s went, put some fucking spec on this guy's name for certain, man. Jeff Burr, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, which is easily my favorite sequel in the original series, and it's the most underrated entry in the franchise next to Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the beginning, which came out in 2006. But, you know, he did Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, Stepfather 2, got Terry O'Quinn to come back, and it's actually a really solid sequel in comparison to the first movie. And he's got he's got other hard, I don't know if they're shorts or straight to TV films or whatever the case may be, but he's got this on his hands. And Pumpkinhead 2 for me, man, I'm not going to ramble on, I promise y'all, because this is an Intox commentary. I haven't done one of these in a really long fucking time. But Jeff Burr, man, Pumpkinhead 2 is one of those movies I used to rent a lot as a kid. And this movie still is entertaining as shit. Is it a perfect monster movie? Absolutely not. Do they make Pumpkinhead sympathetic, and does it tear the film down towards the end of the film? Absolutely. But with that being said, there's still so much fun to be had, man. And I can appreciate Jeff Burr for not only being a horror genre guy, a horror genre director. He knows his stuff, man. He does shit that Rob Zombie does now, as far as casting goes. Jeff Burr has so many horror familiars in this movie that it's a fucking horror geek's wet dream. You know what I'm saying? You got Andrew Robinson in this movie, who played oh my god, what's his name? Larry Cotton in the original Hellraiser movie. He's the dad in the original Hellraiser. You've got J. Trevor Edmond, who was in Return of the Living Dead 3. You've got Amy Dolenz, who was in Children of the Night and Ticks. You've got fucking, Jesus Christ, man. You've got appearances by Linnea Quigley, who's in every fucking 80s and early 90s horror movie. But most notably, she's trash in Return of the Living Dead. And she's got that great, we're not even going to talk about that tombstone scene, but she's in here. You've got R.A. Mihailoff, who Jeff Burr enjoys working with because he played Leatherface in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3. You've got an appearance by Kane fucking Hodder in this movie, man. There's so many horror familiars. And Joe Unger, by the way, who was in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, is in this movie. So he's got Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, familiars. I'm just mad that he didn't have Viggo Mortensen in this shit and Kate Hodge. But however, I appreciate him for knowing what horror fans want and just for inserting these people in here because, as a kid, I'm like, oh shit, that's the guy that played Jason. Oh shit, that's the girl that was in Return of the Living Dead Night of Demons. Oh shit, that's the guy that was it. Like, I love movies that do that, where they purposely cast all these horror familiars. Now, whether the camaraderie on set is all that great or not, sometimes that doesn't matter to me, man. Sometimes I just like seeing the cameos pop up, man, because as a horror fan, it's very satisfying to see these people just collectively in one horror film that's memorable. And this is pretty memorable for me, man, even through its flaws. But Pumpkinhead 2, people, I am watching this online, and y'all already know I don't disclose my plugs and shit like that, but I think y'all can find this. This is not on like Shudder or Hulu, but I'm pretty sure this is on demand. And if it's not on demand, I'm pretty sure it's on Tubi. You just might have to scroll for like 17 days just to find it. You got to pick through all the bad horror movies on Tubi to find this shit. But people, even if it's not on Tubi, this is, if you have it, if you don't, this is the theatrical cut. I'm not sure if there's another cut of this film, but it is nonetheless the theatrical cut of Pumpkinhead 2, Blood Wings. And that's just in case y'all are tuning in with me, man. And if y'all are tuning in with me, y'all are the true Tudor Reviews MVP. So people, it's been a long time coming with this one. It's been a long time coming since I've done a commentary of this nature. So y'all got to bear with me, man. Plus my tolerance is very shitty. I really don't. I'm going to be honest with y'all really quickly, man. I don't drink anywhere near as much as I used to, like sometime last year and early this year, and my tolerance has, I have the tolerance of like a 6-year-old schoolgirl at this point. So y'all have to bear with me, man. Y'all know what y'all getting into. When y'all see this title, Intoxic Commentary, y'all know what the fuck it is. But I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. But It's neither here nor there, man. Without further ado, people, let's jump right into this commentary, this intoxic commentary for Pumpkinhead 2 Blood Wings. I will hit the play button in 3, 2, 1. Almost thought my shit froze for a second. And shout out to the MGM Lion for being such a great sport all these years. I know that lion's probably dead, but I like to still pretend that it's alive. And speaking of It's Alive, I literally was going to do commentary for It's Alive. That Larry Cohen movie from back in the day. I had a DVD box set with all 3 movies, and it was on my list months and months and months ago, but I never got to it. One thing about this score, I will say, score's not bad. It sticks out to me for sure, but it almost sounds like it belongs in Hey Dude. I don't know if anybody remembers Hey Dude from Nickelodeon. It sounds like it's a Halloween episode of Hey Dude. No, seriously, if y'all have never watched Hey Dude, just at least go on YouTube and look up Hey Dude intro. Oh, and I forgot to mention Soleil. I think her name is pronounced Soleil. Moon Fry is in this movie, and she played Punky Brewster back in the day. I don't know how many people were moved by that information, but I know it's some Punky Brewster fans out there. Shout out to KMB for the special effects and creature effects. Now, a little fun fact for y'all. One of the things that Jeff Burr actually wanted to do, and I think it's on the Shout Factory version of this movie, Jeff Burr admits that what he wanted to do was actually put wings on Pumpkinhead in this movie. Now, I don't know how controversial that would have been, but there is a weird, wicked part of my soul that would have loved to see Pumpkinhead with actual wings. It would have fit the title. Would have been a little too on the nose as far as like Blood Wings subtitle, but like putting wings on Pumpkinhead, come on, man. Like, I think if they reboot it, they should definitely do that in part 3. But I don't know. The moment I said that just now, I thought of when they put a jetpack on RoboCop in part 3. Mommy! Farron Woods, 1958. Mommy, now here, they did change the backstory of... you know, in the first movie, it was Ed Harley's son who gets killed, and then he goes to Miss O.C., sells his soul, and Miss O.C., you know, resurrects Pumpkinhead, and Pumpkinhead's an extension of Ed Harley because his son's, you know, like, you know what I'm saying. But here we've got this deformed boy, Tommy, who almost looks like Jason in part 2 in a way. But you've got this deformed boy, Tommy, who gets murdered in the worst way possible, man. I fucking hate these kids that murder him, but Tommy he turns into Pumpkinhead. And I don't care how old I get, like, even as a kid, I felt so bad for Tommy. Like, he's just in the woods eating this Alpo shit that Miss O.C. made for him. And here come these fucking, you know, it's always these dickhead jocks, man. Greaser jocks at that.
Let's finish this thing once and for all.
Like, who the fuck gets drunk, pulls out bats and knives, and just goes to murder a deformed, innocent kid? I always hated this intro. Like, it's so sad, man. Run, Forrest, run. And Tommy he got some feats on him, man. He can run. I'm a sucker for shots like that, where they jump over the camera while it's on the ground. Oh, Tommy, you should have zigged when you should have zagged. for what they did to Tommy, like, all these sons of bitches should have went to jail for life. I fucking hate every last one of these dudes, and they get exactly what they deserve when Pumpkinhead comes back. Like, when they say the demon of vengeance, that shit is real. I think the demon vengeance shit is even more enforced in this movie than it is the first one, because they killed that kid by accident in the first movie, and some of the kids didn't deserve to get killed in the first movie, but in this one they all deserve to die. I'm sorry. And they're just cheering them on like, yeah, stick them. Sons of bitches. I hate the way his fucking greased ass hair almost looks like it wants to curl upward. Fake ass Ace Ventura.
Dirty job. But someone had to do it.
Yeah, fuck out of here. You were doing your best Ace Ventura impression, you son of... God, I hate those motherfuckers. I'm glad we didn't spend too much time with those motherfuckers. I'm glad.
You know, all I ever wanted to do when I was growing up was to get away from this town. You told me 20 years ago that I'd give up the 5th precinct in New York City for the old Farron Woods sheriff.
Type of Tuck Everlasting narration is this shit? Oh no, he's talking to his wife, but it sounded like, ever since I was a little boy, people haven't gotten tired of listening to my voice.
How about that, huh?
But Andrew Robinson, ladies and gentlemen, who looks exactly like one of my elementary school teachers who was a woman. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Silence. Snow. Traffic, no pollution, no gangs.
I'm really gonna leave it at that. I'm not even gonna elaborate on that shit. Now, in a lot of scenes, more than I thought, I actually like the woman that plays the wife here. Let me see this actress's name one time. I like her a lot.
All that's behind us now, huh? This is our new home. This is where we make our life together.
You know, I don't think our daughter quite sees it that way. Could you please just talk to her?
Our daughter and I don't talk. We debate, remember?
Shit. Type of parenting.
Then you'll be okay. Just keep
Karen
an eye on
Kay, who plays Beth Braddock here. That's her name.
Stays clear of the trouble she ran into in the city, that's all.
J. Trevor Edmond, who can't stay the fuck out of trouble. You would think. Now, when did this movie come out? Pumpkinhead 2 came out in 94, was it? Let me look at this here. 1994. Yep. And damn, the release date was actually yesterday, 1994. And you know what? Happy belated to Pumpkinhead 2. But you know, just a year prior, J. Trevor Edmond was in Return of the Living Dead 3. Great underrated fucking movie. Y'all can check out my commentary if y'all want. At your own risk, because that was when I started the podcast. I was not seasoned at all. But you know, a year prior, he's resurrecting his dead girlfriend and causing a chain reaction of the dead and shit. And now you're resurrecting the demon of vengeance.
Let me guess.
Then you got Amy Dolenz and you know, Punky. You listen.
That's right.
Well, no offense, but I've seen a lot better.
Sick burn, new girl. Listen, man.
Stop, Brad.
I'm gonna tell you motherfuckers right now. When the coolest kids in school are Kurt from Return of the Living Dead 3, Punky Brewster, fucking Dirk from Urban Legend, and Hill Harper. No diss to Hill Harper. I like Hill Harper a lot, and I can appreciate how far his career has come. Plus, he was one of the first controversial token black guys who was dating a white girl in a horror movie. It's common as shit now, but back in the day, they were like, what? The black guy's dating Punky Brewster? My God. But if these are the coolest kids in 94, then I don't know what to tell you. I'm not gonna lie, I did think they were cool back in the day. When I was a kid, I was like, oh my god, they're smoking joint. Fucking joint.
Oh, yeah.
Joe Unger, man, I love this actor.
$10.
I love this actor. Joe Unger, he just always seems irritated.
Sheriff Longbow never raised prices.
Costs go up, Slick. Sheriff Braddock's got nothing to do with that.
I liked you better before. And don't call me slick. I didn't like it in high school, and I still don't like it. Name's Ernst.
Ernst. Not Ernest, but Ernst. I'm very earnest about what I just said to you just now.
We're the same age. You best friends with my kids. What else is there?
Yeah, because you turned out to be so cool, right, Judge?
Sheriff, I wish I could take credit for that, Judge. You know, I had a feeling a local fellow like you was going to be the right man for this job.
This whole town's corrupt,
You
honestly.
seem like a man that wants to make things work. See, Sheriff. Yeah.
This is definitely one of those movies where the town's got, and they don't really play on it the way that they could nowadays, but we definitely understand that the town's got a dark history.
Don't worry,
Dr.
Pettibone comes
The
from
townspeople
all
are part of it. You know, some of your main players in this town are part of it.
Most of them study their medicine with roots in blackbird beaks and swamps.
Blackbird beaks, eh?
Mm-hmm. This is cold. My grandma is the top saucier in the whole of Achula Filea.
Gloria Hendry is this actress who plays Delilah, and she, listen, I'm not going to be like, oh, it's Pumpkinhead 2, you shouldn't take it seriously. I want every actor to take movies seriously, you know, unless you're in Sharknado or some shit like that, but Gloria Hendry is acting her ass off in a lot of these scenes, man. Like when the murders start happening.
Sheriff, Mayor, ma'am.
Hello, Mayor.
Well, it's good to see you. Well, and I ain't got time for greetings. Marie, you got my guitar.
Sure do. Here you go, Mayor.
What?
Did you cure it?
Well, it's due.
Thank you kindly, darling. Well, I got a bail. Playing a little gig tonight, and I'm running late. By the way, how's everybody treating you? Just fine. Still the same little town I remember. Be careful, Sheriff. It ain't New York, but it ain't that little. If I were you, I'd watch where you're going. Same with that pretty little girl of yours.
Watch your mouth, bro.
I'd hate to see her wind up with the wrong crowd.
Yeah, because that's not what all rapists say. You have a good day, mother or mayor. That's exactly what I would have said. I would have been an asshole in this town, people. I'm telling you.
So what is this place anyway?
Yeah, let's get drunk and go to an abandoned mine shaft where there's no fucking, you know, no risk at all.
Some say they fell straight to hell. You can still hear them screaming on a full moon.
Don't listen to her. She's a sucker for all that supernatural bullshit.
I feel like this role for her was the reason that
Here you go, Danny.
she was in Sabrina the Teenage Witch at some point.
I swing across, you give me a kiss.
No way.
Snake.
Danny! Wow.
How about if I close my eyes?
Listen, let me tell y'all something. Nowadays, I'll get drunk and want to do commentary, or I want to stay to myself for the most part. And even back in the day, I didn't want it. Like I didn't drink when I was like in school and shit like that. But when I was drinking in my 20s, I don't want to drink and look for danger.
So I guess school let
I don't want to drink and become an adrenaline junkie.
Welcome to Third Way.
Like, I don't understand these movie
Judge
people.
Dixon's wife? Yes, sir. Well, then you should know more than anybody that these no trespassing signs up there.
Not gonna hold y'all. J. Trevor Edmond looks just like a Caucasian version of my uncle.
Well, let's say we pack up our gear and get our little asses out of here, huh? Plan? Come on, Jenny. I'll drive you home.
Tad.
No, he's right, Jen.
All right.
Shut up.
First of all, y'all weren't even synchronized. Y'all didn't even practice that shit.
Nice to meet you.
And you flip the sheriff off when he's not looking. Paulie was a bitch anyway. No disrespect to the actor. I'm talking about the character. I'm always talking about the characters, people. Paulie, I liked him a lot more when he was in wait, let me make sure this was the guy that played Dirk in Urban Legends Final Cut. Because I liked him a lot. He was a film geek.
You're a bright girl. You can see it, can't you?
Let's make sure it was him. Alexander Polinsky.
And what's that supposed to mean?
Was that him?
Nothing, just forget it.
Oh shit. No, that was not him.
Can't we do better than this? Your mother's very concerned. Are you gonna break her heart like you did back?
God damn, that wasn't him?
That's me.
He was in Krampus
Little
though.
heartbreaker.
Alright, let me see who the hell was that played Dirk in Urban
I want you
Legend.
to promise me that you're not gonna hang out with those kids anymore. Jenny, you hear me?
Of course not. She is a fucking spoiled brat in everything she's in. She's a spoiled brat in Children of the Night. Not necessarily, but she's a little bratty. She's a fucking spoiled rich girl in Ticks. You know, she's dating Romeo. Like, goddamn. Then she's sneaking out at night after having that, that talk from her dad. Listen, my daughter will be grounded for the rest of her life. Oh, Michael Bacall was the one that played Dirk in Urban Legends Final Cut.
So what'd you tell your dad?
I did it.
You told your mother?
Hey, Danny boy.
Yeah.
Let's show them we go some real fun.
All right, count it. Shut up.
Hmm.
Here we go. All right, you want to check it out, Pete? Go for it.
When was this ever fun? Like, to turn your headlights off full speed?
Here we go. Here we go.
Yep, see? Fuck around and find out. Made Miss Ossie tuck and roll one time. Now, Miss Ossie, she's a G because she's got to be like 1,000,000 years old.
It's our phone right here.
Who the fuck is she? Where? Does anybody know who she is?
She's nobody. Look, she's just some crazy lady that lives in Farron Hollow, all right?
Some folks say she's a witch.
Oh, all right, man. We get it. You're into the craft and all. Light as a feather, stiff as a board. Relax. And I actually would have liked the chick that played Punky Brewster in The Craft.
No, wait a second, Dan. We don't know that.
Does anybody know where she lives?
Look, Jen, it doesn't...
No, you look. A hit and run is serious shit. Now, where does she live, Danny?
You gotta like how the only black guy there was nodding his head when she said a hit and run serious shit. He's like, yeah, and I got warrants, motherfuckers. I can't afford this shit.
Is this Pet Cemetery?
Well, be careful.
Be careful, but I'm not gonna support your fall at all.
This is a lot of fun.
The cabin's this way.
Let's go.
Guys.
Let's go to the cabin in the woods. But listen. They hit Miss Ossie. You know, she did the superhero landing and shit like that. But they go to make sure she went home and she's okay afterwards. They did do the right thing, but they fuck it up immediately when they start snooping around inside of her cabin. Touching shit, lighting candles, looking at blood, reading, what does Marcy say at some point? This is a page from the Book of Shadows. It's like, come on, man. Y'all bought everything that's about to happen for the rest of the movie. Look, she came right in lighting candles.
She's not here, so we can leave.
It's still warm. Sure, and she needs it to cook up for sacrifices. Young girls burn best.
Look how fascinated Marcy is with everything. She's like, oh my god, these are Yankee candles?
I don't know. Ask Marcy. She knows all about this witch shit.
Don't ask me. This stuff is way beyond Ouija boards.
Ouija boards. Now, don't get me wrong, y'all. I went through my phase where I was into like emo goth girls.
Looks like a page from a book of shadows.
But like girls that fuck around with Ouija, like I was never into chicks that fucked around with Ouija board. At least to my knowledge, they didn't. The ones that I used to mess around with, like like the Ouija boards and witchcrafts and blood oaths and all that type shit. I wasn't into that.
Is that blood? Supposedly blood of the damned.
Now, was that a label on there or what? Did he just smelled it?
This is great. We've got a spell to bring back the dead. We got some cursed blood. What are you talking about? What I'm talking about. Some real danger minute. Some real excitement. Whatever that old witch has got buried out there, she wants to bring back to life. Let's help her out. Yeah, Paulie.
Nope.
Guys, this is serious shit. Danny, I wouldn't fuck with it if I were you.
Neither would I. Let's go.
And proceeds to fuck with it.
We came here to check on the old woman.
They all bought it because they all stuck around for it. As soon as I'd have been like, wait, blood of the what? Okay, I'm out.
Look, we knocked when we first came in.
Miss O.C. crept up looking like Raiden's grandma.
No.
Her eyes are just completely blacked out. Like, that shit is so creepy. Miss O.C. used to scare the shit out of me when I was a kid. I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
She's blind.
These eyes can see more than you know, boy.
You call him boy.
We were just worried that you might be hurt. You know, the accident. We didn't see you.
Miss O.C.'s like, I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. If y'all don't get the fuck up out my crib. Miss O.C. not trying to hear none of it.
Leave it here. It's very dangerous, boy. Don't walk with it.
What?
You don't know the evil you are conjuring, boy.
He tried to sidestep Miss O.C. He tried to juke Miss O.C. This this movie, in comparison to Return of the Living Dead 3, J. Trevor Edmund is completely unlikable in this movie, man. Danny is a bitch. But as Kurt in Return of the Living Dead 3, you kind of feel for him.
These O.C. curses every one of you to the vengeance of Pumpkinhead.
That part used to give me nightmares, for real. The way that Pumpkinhead echoes like that, but the fact that she's not wailing it, but she's almost chanting it, where she's like, "You will die." I'm like, oh my god, man. It's one of the this movie's not necessarily scary to me, but that is hands down one of the scariest fucking moments in the entire movie, and Pumpkinhead's not even on screen. They really sat there. Okay, so like these kids deserved it. They deserved it, man. They did. Like, come on, man. You beat the old lady the fuck up. You was already breaking and entering, but you beat her the fuck up. You took the time out to dig up shit in her yard. Is this considered desecration? I don't know, man. I got a lot of questions. It's Jason Voorhees.
Fuck is that?
No. Oh, Danny, this is really sick.
Real blood, Marcy.
I'm pouring the blood.
I'll read the words.
Oh my god.
Death by anger. Seared with pain.
Look, I don't need girls this badly, guys. I'm out of here.
Oh, now when the spoken word and the blood start breaking out, then you ain't, you too good for it all of a sudden. She went right back to her character in Ticks. She's like, oh my god, this is so beneath me. I wish they made Danny and Marcy brother and sister in this movie. They tell Paulie to shut up simultaneously more than once. Now, why would he touch that shit?
Shit looks like it's done.
You think? What were they going to do if they resurrected, Tommy or Pumpkinhead that night? Was it just going to be like, yeah, so we are the ones that brought you back, and welcome to the world. We know it's been a long time since '58. Sound off. I love the talons on Pumpkinhead, man. That's one thing I've always loved about the character. It's something about talons, man. Talons just make me feel like, oh my god, if they scratch you or nick you, it's going to be even worse. Like, it makes me think of Demons, 1985. It makes me think of Demon Knight. Like, talons are just...
at the local clinic, and it's just a matter of time. Fires like this, accidents happen.
Okay, but who did your ADR?
It wasn't an accident. This is an outside windowsill. These marks are all over the place. From the looks of them, something was trying to claw its way in. I'm just not sure whether it was trying to help her or to kill her. Take it to the lab and give it to the
I love that shot of that, like, skeleton that's in, Miss Osie's yard. Whatever the hell it was.
Just having some fun.
Danny, she's in the hospital.
You saw that fire. There's nothing we could have done.
Shut up.
Just drop it, all right?
But Danny,
But what?
the old woman.
Hey, look. Everybody's gonna keep their mouth shut. Nobody's gonna get wise. You got it? Just chill, all right?
He had a Barry moment from I Know What You Did Last Summer. We take this to our grave. Let me hear it. And then Ray's just all acting like a bitch while his girlfriend's getting choked and chumped. He's like, look, let her go, Barry.
No.
You know I never hurt anyone, don't you?
Yeah, I'd never heard anyone, but I'll just beat the fuck out of a woman that's 1,000,000 years old. Now here comes Ernst walking up with that fucking shotgun.
So what's with the gun? Free country.
Ernst walked in there with his shotgun like, yo, somebody owed that motherfucker money.
What's her hunting license?
Is there a problem?
Nothing no law can handle. Because now that old witch is riled up, you ain't gonna get me in that holler.
I'm afraid I don't follow you.
Damn kids don't know what they done mess with. When they mess with old man,
Oh,
he done mess with Satan himself.
Slayton.
There were kids up there?
I was out walking in the woods. I seen this red car, convertible. Fast kids rumbling by. You gonna give me my money back or not?
I need my 275.
Go on in. hunters up there.
Plus tax and shit.
I ain't no hunter no more. I'm the hunted. Cause it's back. And ain't none of us safe till he gets what he come for.
I love Ernst, man, but don't come in here dropping fortune cookie knowledge and then just walk the fuck off.
Why don't you ask the judge or the mayor? They the smart ones. I'm just a dumb old farmer, right?
You said it, I didn't, nigga. I'm just a dumb old farmer, right? I'd be like, first of all, you can do the self-pity shit all you want to. I just want to know what monster is in town.
Afternoon, Sheriff Braddock. Danny. Nice car.
It is. I just wouldn't have got it in red.
You go ahead on in. Oh, actually,
It's pretty
I
obnoxious.
dropped by to talk to you. Really? Yeah. You probably heard about that fire last night? Yeah. Yeah, sure. I'm sorry to hear about that old woman. Is she gonna pull through? We'll just have to wait and see. You, don't know anybody who might have been up there, do you? I sure don't, sir. Some den. How'd it happen? Hit a dog. Big dog.
Yeah, it was Clifford. Big red one. I'm not gonna hold y'all, man. It's funny because I made that that corny ass joke just now, but
How I was home all night studying.
studying.
You know, last night. Study.
His dad should be like, nigga, you ain't been to school in the last 6 months. But you know, I made that corny joke about Clifford the Big Red Dog. Danny's got a red car.
Somehow I figured that.
And Clifford the Big Red Dog, I don't know if anybody listening to this has seen that movie. That movie was actually way better than it should have been. I watched it with my daughter when it started streaming, man, and I had a lot of fun with her watching that movie. And I was never like a Clifford the Big Red Dog type of person, but you know, me and my daughter watching that movie, it was pretty solid, man.
You're already on probation.
Because for a big CG dog, you know, I was just saying I'm a practical over CG guy, but a big CG dog, it moved and behaved like a real dog.
I can take care of myself.
Pushed the shit out of his son. They got a petty relationship. And I like people that smoke those brown cigarettes. Like my grandmother, God rest her soul, used to smoke those brown cigarettes. But those cigarettes are different.
It is happening again. Yes, God.
Poor Ernst. And I like that they kind of kept what they did with the first movie, where whenever Pumpkinhead pops up, all of a sudden there's a fucking geostorm. You know, the wind starts blowing everything. You know, 3 waves from Sunday. Lightning flashes happen. You know, it's almost like light. It's not like lightning. It's more like strobe light effects. But I like that they kept that going because you know when Pumpkinhead's coming. Apparently, him and Mother Nature are in cahoots. Go, my boy. Just got fucking roadkill hanging up everywhere. I love that shot before Pumpkinhead actually pops up, when you see him like kind of like clawing at the air like that. He talking about some come on Satan and got gripped the fuck up right away. God damn. Now what's this? Now was this Jeff Burr's Texas Chainsaw reference with Joe Unger on the hook? God damn. Oh. Leg, head. God damn. Oof, that always bothered me that the hand was moving when the when that arm got severed like that. Jesus. Ernst got fucked up. And it's like, you know, you realize later on in the movie the twist as to why these people are targeted and getting murdered by Pumpkinhead.
You sure you ready for this?
But you know, we'll get there when we get there, people.
Right.
But
Yeah. Before I
God
came here,
damn,
I
took
was
his
in
head
Paul's
and limbs. Oh, Jesus, man.
They brought in some real hamburger meat.
Just left Ernst
I
with a
ain't
stump.
never seen anything this big.
Manhattan dumpsters have got nothing on this.
Come on now, it's Manhattan. Now I've never been, but Jason's been there, so I disagree.
Another one of them wildcats.
Whether he was in there 5 minutes or not.
Lawrence, you've been bitching about them coming down from the hills. Poaching his chickens.
Well, it's hard to tell much of anything until I take them back to the lab. Or what's left of them.
D?
What you got?
Either an unusual blood splatter.
All right, man. Like, she's a fucking town doctor and coroner, whatever, and he's a sheriff, brand new sheriff, and now y'all are all of a sudden fucking CSI, you know, detective agents and shit.
The boys put a hunt party together and track it down.
Now just hold on there, Judge. The last thing I need is a trigger-happy posse who thinks everything that moves is a wildcat. Ernst talked about something coming back for revenge.
Well, I don't mean to speak ill of the dead. But old Ernst, he's just a scared old boy with a head full of rats.
And his head's across the fucking room. God damn, you disrespectful bastard. Now, how did Pumpkinhead get all the way the fuck up there? You're not that tall. How do you get 3 claw marks up there?
Here's my autopsy report.
Like, stop doing, like, stop.
I'm wired enough. Old Ernst took one hell of a ride. Severed limbs, lacerated quads, crushed thorax.
First of all, if I'm the town sheriff, I'd have been like, why the fuck did you bring this file to my crib while me and my family are about to eat din-din? I don't want to hear about this shit. We about to eat beef stroganoff for dinner, and I don't want to hear about Ernst.
So whatever killed Ernst was also at Miss Osie's place.
Come on, Jenny.
I'm sorry, Mom.
That's Egyptian porcelain. Fuck is wrong? Even the mom's looking like, what the fuck is wrong with her? We just bought these plates. She's like, oh, I just broke these plates, but I gotta answer this call. Might be the party line.
Hello?
Come out.
No, it's not a good time. But we have to talk, Dad.
Tell you, Dad.
No. But I think he's starting to put things together.
What together?
The old woman, some farmer who just got killed. Look, something really strange is happening.
Don't worry about it. I talked to my old man. I won't let anything happen to you. Okay, darling?
Did he just call her doll?
I'll be right there. Look, I gotta go. I'll see you after school tomorrow, okay?
Sure you don't want me to come over later and tuck you in?
No. At least not tonight.
All right.
Bye.
You think an animal did this? If an animal got old Ernst, it wasn't of this world. Then what? Well, I can tell you what it wasn't. That's the point. Judge just says a wildcat can't be. So some folks
The fuck is she listening to?
around say it's Pumpkinhead.
Pumpkinhead.
Now, normally I would
What is that,
do
some
the
kind of a
look
fairy tale?
towards the invisible camera because I hate when they say the name of the movie in the movie, but you can't get around it. It's a titular character, creature feature.
It said,
What'd it say?
if you've been wronged,
Mm-hmm.
you can conjure Pumpkinhead to exact revenge in your name. But if you do, you'd be damned for all eternity.
There is a nursery rhyme about it, isn't there?
What'd they say? Bars. Let's get it.
Bolted doors
Look how they set the camera up
and windows
to
barred.
let you know he was dead serious.
Guard dogs prowling in the yard won't protect you in your bed. Nothing will. From Pumpkin.
They should have kept the camera zooming in, and that shit should have just hit his forehead on some scary movie shit, because it's like, we get it, man. We know what listen, Pumpkinhead, if I'm not mistaken, was based off of a poem or something like that. I really can't remember exactly what it was. Don't quote me on that. People, you would have to go back and listen to my Bolted Doors and Windows Barred. I did a lot of research for that episode. And I hope I don't sound like a complete asshole in that episode. I've never went back and listened to it, but maybe I will. Well, at least J. Trevor Edmonds having sex with a girl that's actually alive in this movie. I mean, I know it's a dream sequence, but he was having sex with a dead girl in Return of the Living Dead 3. Look how fucking big Pumpkinhead is, man. I'd have been screaming just like that. It's like, yo, he's fucking huge, man. And the fact that they whited his eyes out completely, they slightly, not slightly, but they did change the design for Pumpkinhead in this movie from the first one. And I'm not going to lie to y'all, man. I love this look of Pumpkinhead way better than the first one. Now, who would have thought Trash from Return of the Living Dead would be sitting up there riding Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3 like a cowboy? Awesome. Horror royalty at its finest. Now, I wonder, like, you know, you got Return of the Living Dead, Night of the Demons, Silent Night, Deadly Night, amongst other horror movies Linnea Quigley was in. But you got R.A. Mihailoff, who's in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3. What would their, like, horror movie love child turn out to be? That's a question.
My wife says you can't teach an old dog new tricks.
She just must have forgot the way you like to be. Besides, some things just get better.
More out the truck.
Mind you, they were fucking for 2 minutes. He's like, my wife don't even know what to do. 'Cause she used to me lasting 1 minute as opposed to 2.
Oh, this piece of hell ought to deliver mail.
I love that shot. The pumpkin just smashing like that. The music that's playing in the background made this scene pretty sad. I'm not gonna lie. Even though, whoo, he said, "Then I will break you." And then the way the blood just falls out his mouth like that when he throws him through the barn. Linnea Quigley, ladies and gentlemen, Scream Queen for the century. But he fucking broke R.A. Mihailoff over his knee. Pre The Dark Knight Rises. He said, "I will show you where I made my home while preparing for justice."
Wings. That's what it is, you know. Blood and wings.
Yeah, I looked at the imaginary camera.
There's some kind of helter
Because it's like, come on, man. You ain't got to fucking say the subtitle in the shit. We know it's blood wings, motherfucker.
Who obviously stole more mail than he delivered. A goat farmer from the Hollow, an old conjure woman. What do all of these people have in common?
Well, Ernst and Byers haven't spoken to each other for years.
Well, maybe nobody ever spoke to him. But somebody sure as hell hated him.
This much? Look, what you got here is some psycho out there killing for fun and taking the credit for the work.
What's this? Safe deposit box key, it looks like.
I don't think that'll help you find the killer. But I think this might. I did a field test, and all the blood is type O.
Okay.
Same as Byers, except this one. I believe this is the killer's blood.
She ran out of there because she saw the script for Pumpkinhead 3. I'm sorry, people. I don't like to laugh like hard at my own jokes, but she literally ran out of there because she saw the script for Pumpkinhead 3. She's like, "Wah!"
Whatever she saw scared her so bad, her mind couldn't deal with it. And she down. It's one step away from being scared to death.
Oh, okay. God damn. Do y'all have to be so theatrical? It's not even Andrew Robinson. It's her.
Saying it's some sort of a monster. A demon.
All right. Okay. Well, it's everybody.
Sheriff, you better catch it.
She said a demon. I'd be like, well, how often during the week do you talk about demons? God damn it.
We're here with the judge.
We're here with the judge. He told us to bring all our shotguns and hold them out here like we're cool and shit so we can get some ass. I like that flyer in the background that says support your local police when the fucking townspeople can't even solve these murders. God damn, man. Monster movies, slasher movies are one thing, but monster movies definitely have the worst cops and police force overall.
Well, there's something to be done presently, Sheriff.
I understand that folks are shook up about these killings, but you should know better than I do that it takes a hell of a lot more to catch a killer than to load a rifle and form a posse.
We have our ways in this town. A little buckshot solves a lot of problems.
That's just great. And what if your way kills the wrong person? Huh?
What? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think you would know one way or the other, would you?
Judge, as long as I'm wearing this badge, we break this case my way.
Think they forgot what movie they were in. Motherfuckers thought they was in A Few Good Men or some shit just now. Damn, Danny.
Stop, I really don't feel like.
He's like, what's the matter? You don't want to lose your virginity in my drop top cruising the streets?
Daddy, there was another killing last night. And my dad thinks it has something to do with what happened out at Miss Oster's place.
I do like Amy Dolenz. I like her as a genre character a lot. I like her a lot, man. And I like J. Trevor Edmond, even in the roles where I don't like him.
Look, if you just tell
I like him as an
it's our
actor.
fault. I mean,
They're gonna slam us. You can bet nobody's gonna believe it was an accident.
well, maybe my dad will.
She's like, and maybe you need to stop wearing your bangs like this. I don't know what gel you use, but stop it, Danny.
Okay? Don't worry about it. You alright?
Oh, she's not alright. You're gonna fucking turn her into a basket case.
I gotta go.
All right, we're all getting together tomorrow at my house. Be there.
Let me light a cigarette and put some sunglasses on to look cool.
We saw you talking to Jenny. What are you guys talking about?
Why you minding my fucking business?
She wants to rat us out, right?
Yo, the boots on these characters are very interesting because Pete and Marcy have some interesting boots on.
There's some files on his desk.
They probably work better on Marcy than they do on Pete, but who's keeping score?
Seems she got into some pretty bad trouble at her old school. She and some friends stole a teacher's car. They got caught.
Funny thing, though. Jenny was the only one who wasn't chump.
Duh.
She squealed her old man, Danny. So her old man pulled a few strings and got her out of a bad scene. That doesn't mean she squealed on anybody. There's something else. I've heard all the talk, Danny. All that stuff about Pumpkinhead. Yeah, so?
Danny, what if that body we dug up? What if it...
What if it was Pumpkinhead? What if we brought him back to life and he's out there killing people? What if he is? What if he comes after us? Jesus, you guys are pathetic.
How do you know we didn't do something out there? That was some pretty bad shit we were messing with, Danny.
Blew smoke all in her fucking face.
We'll take you out there and show you that no monster crawled out of that box. And then maybe you'll leave me the fuck alone. Sure.
Yeah, he's super cool. I love how he just fucking... He put those sunglasses on, he hit the cigarette, and then they played that meow, meow, meow. Like he's supposed to be the baddest motherfucker this side of the northern hemisphere.
Some money. And these.
Warm boy runs wild in hills.
When I was a kid, there was an orphan boy who lived in the woods. Nobody knew where he came from. People thought he was a freak of nature, a reject from the circus. Some people actually believed he wasn't even human.
God damn. I'm sorry I laugh, but it's like, damn. Like, come on, man. That's a stretch.
Thomas Parnell.
Yo, I'm not gonna hold y'all, people, to the reviewers, listeners, lovers, supporters out there.
Rip your heart out.
I literally saw something in my newsfeed just now that says Star Wars actor Adam Driver is rumored to play Reed Richards in upcoming Fantastic Four. Yo.
I never told you this.
Strangely enough, after seeing him in I know a lot of people don't like the Star Wars movies. I don't give a fuck. But the Star Wars movies and
One day I'd left
shit like The Dead Don't Die, just his awkward type of display of acting, I would take him as Reed Richards. But you know, who am I, man? Like I'm the person that I like Ian Garofalo, whatever the hell his name was in the original 2 Fantastic Four movies. I liked him as Reed Richards. I would love to see him back in a multiverse situation, but I also was one of those people. I liked Miles Teller as Reed Richards. They just didn't give him shit to do and gave him a terrible script and overall just terrible execution as far as the movie goes. But I think the Fantastic Four movie will be interesting to watch. I heard that the movie majority of it takes place in space. Because we're not going to see an origin story. We've already seen it, so I'm cool with that. He made friends. Did everybody have a fucking slick back except Tommy in 1958?
Tommy was just a little boy, like me, grateful that I'd saved his life. We moved away. Shortly after that, I never saw him again.
Until this one time I was drunk at the gas station, and he wanted me to buy him a pack of Marlboro Menthols.
He hung himself.
No, he didn't.
1950.
I don't get it. Why would a retired postman keep hidden under lock and key clippings about a deformed boy?
You know why.
5 years ago.
You know. You know what's up. You know what's going on, lady. You know your husband should know what you know.
I need to see the coroner's report.
I can get them, but it'll take some time.
Do it. Now, what's so important?
I did an analysis of the blood out at Red Byers' place.
She reminds me of Starletta Dupois.
I've never seen blood like this before. I know it sounds crazy, but whatever's out there doing the killing is unlike any life I know.
God.
It's some kind of...
Monster? You think it's the legend, Pumpkinhead? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I don't know what it is. All I know is it's not an animal, it's not human. So what is it?
It's Chud. Cannibalistic human, whatever the fuck that shit stood for. Chud is actually a... I want to say Chud is an underrated movie, man.
Can we help?
It's a fucking slow burn for sure, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I actually like the movie Chud a lot. Daniel Stern's in there, John Hurd. Rest in peace, shout out to John Hurd. He was Peter McAllister from Home Alone, but I like Chud a lot, man. I think it's due for a reboot,
You believe that?
but I like that first movie.
A lot of folks do. A lot of tourists do, if you know what I mean.
No. I can't say that I do.
Well, let me put it this way. The Loch Ness Monster, the Abominable Snowman, Bigfoot, that stuff is big business. The way I see it, this thing could put us on the map. Now, I got a couple of guys from the National Enquirer all set to come down here.
People have died here, you know. You do know that, don't you?
Whoa, watch your mouth, bruh.
Well, so is the budget of this here town. You get my drift?
If you'll excuse me.
Thank you. I want that creature, Braddock. Dead or alive, I want it.
All right, kids, let's take a look at the creature.
Shut up. Just go.
He's like, dead or alive, I mullet. I mean,
Man. I told you shouldn't have done it, Danny. I told you. Would you shut up, Paulie? It means nothing. Nothing? The body's gone, Danny. The spell worked, man.
Christ.
I told you guys before. You cannot raise the dead. Until that's whatever used to be buried down there. We've done. What the fuck have we done? We've done nothing. Would you guys get a grip?
I knew this would happen. I told you. Guys, we gotta tell somebody.
You're keeping your mouth shut. There is a good explanation for all of this. Until we find out what it is, we're sticking together. We'll all get together tonight at my place. Until then, you guys keep your mouth shut. You got it. Let's get out of here.
now whereas before it was where it was a shot like that,
Wait there, bitch. Damn cop went limp on me. It's your first time.
that was funny. He said he was talking about the chicken. He said the damn cock went limp on me. Ain't the first time. But where it was a shot like that the first time where the sheriff was in the background and in the forefront was that like skeletal figure or whatever it was.
Next time, huh?
Um
Not bad for an awkward. Yeah, you got that right, brother.
this time it was like a cross, a tombstone. Y'all get what the fuck I'm saying. And Kane Hodder, ladies and gentlemen. We got Mr. fucking Jason Voorhees, Victor Crowley himself in Pumpkinhead 2. I love it.
Hate to see it? Hate to see it? Huh? Hate to see it? Weird. I hate when you do that.
Just threw him out the fucking way.
What kind of way is that to treat our baby sister? You got a lot of room to talk. What the hell is that supposed to mean? I ain't the one to sleep.
Oh my god. You incestuous sons of bitches. Kane Hodder's like, hold up, I ain't seen this type of action since 1988 when I fought Laura Park Lincoln. Now here we got this crazy fucking Kentucky Fried Chicken advertiser running around like, what's going on, man? They scared as shit. They should have just jumped him. Why didn't they jump Pumpkinhead? Oh, the chickens pecked his fucking eyes out. Oh, fuck. Kane Hodder's like, am I really dying like this? I'm Jason, bitch. Ooh, I love that fucking shot right there. How you see the shadow just creeping up on the sister like that. They do some really good shots, and I'm sorry, man. I don't give a fuck. They do some really good direction in this movie, man. They really do. For it to be a B horror movie, whatever the fuck people want to consider it as, they do some really good stuff here. Cause it was like the Nosferatu, Freddy Krueger, New Nightmare. I love when you see the shadow creeping up on somebody. Not the monster, but just the shadow. That's ball of shit right there.
Whatever it is, made a real mess of the Knotts brothers. I'm gonna need help with the bodies.
We have to stop this.
Stop what? We don't know what it is, let alone where it's liable to strike next.
I don't believe it's killing at random. Ernst, Byers, now the Knotts brothers, they're all somehow tied in together. And the answer's got to be with this. Just figure out what that means. We figure out where it strikes next. We get there first. God help us. Kill whatever it is.
You ain't about that life, ho.
The legend persists.
I'm sorry, but Andrew Robinson is like, he is not a forceful sheriff. He is no, like, had you casted Bo Starr and he would have been like a Ben Meeker type of sheriff, I would have been like, oh shit, I believe you're going to take down Pumpkinhead with your bare hands, but nah.
And a woman born of mortal flesh. When a woman was suspected of having intercourse.
Sean?
He turned the tape recorder off and was like, oh shit. Sorry, honey, I was recording Real Sex 28.
This is Jenny's sweater. She was wearing it the other night. It smells like smoke.
It's because she's smoking that shit. The fuck you mean? She's a teenage girl.
All over again, she does this to us. All over again.
Sean, the coroner's report just came in on Tommy. According to this, Thomas Parnell supposedly hung himself in this area.
Why supposedly?
I just don't buy it. He couldn't have done this to himself. The contusions, they happened over a period of several minutes. It came from all sides of the body. This is more consistent with a bludgeoning than a hanging.
So, he was murdered.
Brutally. And somebody tried to cover it up.
But Tommy was an orphan. Now, there's nothing in these records that indicates the county buried him in a pauper's grave.
That's because his body was claimed. And guess by whom? Old woman Elsie claimed Thomas Parnell's body, but they weren't even related. She buried him in that cemetery near her place and tended the grave lovingly ever since.
Like she was his guardian angel.
What's going on? What happened?
I lost her. It's 8:19. I'll make the call.
Aw. And you know what? I'm not gonna hold y'all. Excuse me, people. This shit always bothered me. The fact that they play this fucking Heaven Help Us, Melinda Clark ass music. It's funny I made the Melinda Clark reference because J. Trevor Edmund was in Return of the Living Dead 3 with Melinda Clark, but no, that's sad ass music where it's just like, oh, everything's gonna be okay. She went to heaven. No, she's in hell talking about fucking Pumpkinhead.
This can't be.
That's why I said this woman is acting her ass off. Not Miss Osi, but the other actress.
The one who pulled you from the fire? Who pulled you from the fire, was he?
I'm not gonna lie, seeing somebody flatline and then sit the fuck up like that.
This is a nightmare. She's dead.
Before I died, I was the guardian of the soul. Tommy's soul.
Why you couldn't tell us all? Well, you know what? She was in like a coma or some shit like that, right? I was about to be rude and say why you couldn't tell us this when you were alive. So I'm not gonna do that.
His papa was the one you called Pumpkinhead.
Oh yeah?
It's true.
Why is he killing all these people?
The ultimate vengeance is the vengeance you seek for your own soul. I saw him before, the postman, and them other three. They got what they deserved. Them boys with them wings.
Blood wings.
Red wings. He'll kill them 6 boys with them red wings.
6.
There were 5 victims.
Who's the 6, Osi? And what are the red wings?
What are the red
Kill
wings?
them 6 boys. He'll go after the kids that burned.
They burned you. Was it a gangbangs? You know what? Never mind.
Please.
Never mind.
Help us, Osi.
Let me not take it to even darker territories than we have already been through, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to do that. She's like, here, take this talisman that I got from DJ Khaled. And it actually ends up being of very good use. And Miss Osi's like, yup, the geostorm is approaching. I love the way she looked out that window like that. She like, yup, y'all know what it is. My boy about to start wrecking shit. Miss Osi, man. And meanwhile, Pumpkinhead's tripping out. He's like, what the fuck is going on? He's like, I didn't even cause this shit. But it's a weird turn of events because, like, Pumpkinhead, he knows he wasn't stalking anybody, but the strobe light effect in the sky is going off and Miss Osi's dying. He probably feels that. He's like, oh my god, like, Pumpkinhead was probably like my protector. Like, he probably felt that just as much as she felt him when he got killed in 58. And he's like, yo, my protector, Miss Osi's, she's gone. She's dying. So now I really need to wreck shop on these niggas for the rest of the movie. The third act, I feel like, has it commenced officially?
Look at this. The Red Wings. It's an auto club. We're cruising, hanging out together. Who we got here?
He said it like he always wanted to be a part of that shit.
Ernst Heller.
Mm-hmm.
The Knox brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Who's number 6?
Merle Dixon.
Yep.
It's Judge Dixon.
Piece of shit.
It's gonna kill the judge next.
Rightfully so. Let's go. And let's kill him bad. I wish they would have showed that death scene where he squeezed his fucking. Whew. God damn. Because the judge. Now, people, the twist revealed. All the motherfuckers that Pumpkinhead has been killing has been the Red Wings team. And. What?
If that's what you're gonna find. Hope you got protection, honey.
She's like, yeah, I've got the .40 caliber automatic.
Sorry.
Isn't that what Austin Powers said? She's like, did you use protection? He's like, of course. I had a .40 caliber automatic. Did you use a condom? He's like, I shagged her rotten, baby. Yeah. Saucer of milk, table too. God damn, Austin Powers. That is another trilogy I would love to do commentary for. If anybody wants to hear me do commentary for the Austin Powers trilogy, please let me know. DM on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever. And he done threw her under the bus and gave her the Red Wings jacket.
Hey, this is supposed to be a party. You guys are dead with shit.
Look, man, forget about the party. We need to talk.
Talk.
That old woman, that witch, Danny, she died.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but the woman was old.
She didn't die of old age, Danny.
She what, Paul?
No.
What do I know?
Paul dry snitching. You know.
It was an accident.
Maybe if you hadn't hit her, she could have gotten out faster. The fire wouldn't have happened at all.
Shut the fuck up. Yo, Danny's getting pissed off.
Never hit her.
I saw you do it, Danny.
Oh my god.
I saw you. You killed that old woman.
He's lying, Jen.
No, you're lying.
He's like, what? You're supposed to be on my side. You my girlfriend. It's like everybody's against each
We're
other.
all guilty, okay? We're gonna have to go tell my dad.
She's right. You do what you want, Danny. We're gonna go to the sheriff.
Like hell you are.
Damn. Why they do that slow motion drop where he's like, oh, I got hit in the nose. Danny pulled that burner out. Let's get it.
Couch now.
Put the gun down! Put the fucking gun down!
He said it like it was gonna make a difference. First of all, the barrel of that gun was the size of a fucking hockey stick, for one. Two, what makes you think he's gonna listen to you? But Danny pulled the gun out.
Yeah, Judge here. Listen, boy, I need you and the others out here tonight.
Why's that?
Been too many of my old friends dying lately. I got good reason to think I might be next.
Well, how do you know?
I love how he's shaking and he's just drinking that, that glass of liquor like that.
No, that's all. Listen, you and the boys get out here.
But I love how Danny pretty much has become that guy. I can't remember his name, but the guy from the first movie who had the shotgun. And he was like taking charge, like, you're not going to leave here, and you're going to do this, and you're going to do that, and my brother is a bitch, and I'm going to take charge of this whole situation. He's become the antagonist, the sub-antagonist compared to Pumpkinhead, for real, for real.
Hello, Judge.
Jesus.
Yeah. He's like, God damn, this gun might work against this fucking monster. It's like, ain't no squibs, no bullet wound, no nothing. Yeah. Pumpkinhead loves bitch slapping people throughout this entire movie, whether it be through a window, whether it be against the wall, till the sweat drop down these mouths. I do love this moment where he's like kind of dazed. The judge is kind of dazed, and he's looking at Pumpkinhead, and he kind of sees he sees the flashback images of Tommy, and he knows before he dies, he knows who's about to kill him. I love this shit. Woo! Look how big his fucking hand is. God damn. Oh, I wish they would have showed that death scene.
What the fuck was that? What do you mean?
Nobody move. I got this big ass gun that looks like an elephant trunk at the bottom of it.
Here. It's Pumpkinhead.
Fuck up.
He's gonna kill us. He's gonna kill us all.
I said shut the fuck up, Paul.
He got that barrel of that gun is like the fucking. It's like when Jack Nicholson pulled that fucking. He pulled that fucking gun out of his pants to shoot down the Batwing. Oh my god!
Just do it.
Nigga, listen.
He's gonna kill us because of that old witch.
First of all, y'all don't have no life expectancy at all. It's like, yeah, we're gonna die. Oh my God, we're gonna die. Oh my God, he's gonna kill us. Oh my God, we're gonna die. It's like, motherfucker, we not, listen, the whole time y'all doing that bullshit, I'm going. Now see? Now it's on. Yep. It's on and popping. Yep. Let's get to it. I love how Danny was like, split up! I don't want to get killed with you motherfuckers! Plus you're black! Fuck. Something about these angles I like the under angles of Pumpkinhead and the victims running. I like this shit. First of all, he was running way too fast. His girlfriend couldn't keep up, and then he fucking left her. Oh my God. Marcy should have got the fuck up. Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Listen. Yo, man. And impaled them together while Pete was grabbing Marcy's ass. Even in death, they still making out. That death used to make me sad. It was always funny as shit, but it made me sad that he impaled those two together. And it's like, even in death, you two are still in each other's face, still making out. His hand was on her ass. God damn it, man. Now, people, this is where the movie, not just yet, but towards the end of this thing, it really takes a third act. It really takes a swan dive in the third act for me. Oh, shit. They're like, oh, shit, nigga, you tall as fuck. No headshots whatsoever. Yep, don't reload. This is happening. Yep. Yep, this is when keeping it real goes wrong. Don't get scared now. He was screaming like a bitch. Oof. Oh my God. Pumpkinhead's like, where you going? He said, I hear something. Sound like a creature or something. And Pumpkinhead like, the fuck is you talking about, bitch? Like, don't try to soften me up, nigga.
You punish those who hurt Lucy. She's not one of them.
Oh, I always hated that.
I saved your life once right here, don't you remember?
This is where we soften up our fucking movie monsters, people. We've done it with Michael Myers. We've done it with Jason Voorhees. We've done it with Freddy Krueger. We've done it with Pinhead. We've done it with Leatherface. And we've done it with Pumpkinhead. I hate that we do this shit. This is one of the moments where it's like, oh my God, are we fucking serious right now? He said, please. Like, come on, man. What was Pumpkinhead gonna become like the town pet or some shit? Like, come on, man. Like, come on with this. Like, stop. This moment. Then we make it sad to see him go. Now I'm not gonna lie. I was sad to see Michael Myers. Now, I'm not gonna spoil Halloween Ends for anybody. If you want the spoiler review, tune into Bumpin' the Night Podcast 1428, and you can definitely tune into RNZ Live with me and Johnny Zuko from Bumpin' the Night Podcast 1428. If you want Halloween Ends spoilers, or you can tune into my Halloween Ends commentary for spoilers. But fuck are y'all doing, man? Like, come on, man. He said, I'm sorry, people. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to laugh, but it's like, why the fuck would y'all make this shit sympathetic? It's supposed to be like, yo, we killed the monster. It's not supposed to be like, yo, we killed the monster, but were we supposed to? Like, I don't. God damn, man. Like, this is one of the examples where we make our movie monsters sympathetic, and it works against the entire movie and not the entire franchise, but against the entire movie.
Mom told me about Tommy. How you saved him when you were a kid. He didn't kill me. He trusted you.
I'm sorry, Dad.
I'm sorry I didn't believe you, Dad, and that I caused all this bullshit that almost got us and the entire town killed when we moved in here 2 months ago. I'd have been like, it's cool, baby girl. Listen, I'm telling you, I would have told my daughter, you're grounded for the rest of your fucking life. I don't want to be the sheriff anymore. I don't want to live in this town anymore.
How did it get?
Because Tommy threw that shit up before he descended to hell. That's why. I'm about to start making fan films, man. I'm gonna just like, come on, man. I'm gonna just have like Tommy threw the fire truck up there when Pinhead was hoisting him down. Fuck out of here, man. Whew. But you know, Fair and Woods, we survived. Ladies and gentlemen, I did not think we would survive Fair and Woods, Pumpkinhead 2, Jeff Burr's creation. I didn't think we would survive an Intoxic commentary. I'm not gonna hold y'all because it's been quite some time. But I had a good time with y'all, man. I had a good time. Hopefully everybody had a good time listening. I know that I am a different type of annoying when I do these Intoxic commentaries, but the people that actually suggest them and the people that actually listen to them all the way through, y'all are some of the true Tudor Reviews MVPs, man. But listen, as much as I love this movie, I am going to have to give this movie I'll give it a 7 out of 10. And I'll give it a strong 7 out of 10. Is this the best writing I've ever, seen on screen displayed? No. Is this the best direction? No. But however, one of the things I will go back to that I touched on a lot in the beginning of this episode, and I took up a lot of time talking about in this episode, is the fact that Jeff Burr is one of those directors that I feel like people need to put a lot more spec on his name as far as a horror genre director. This, Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, Stepfather 2. I really want to say he did The Offspring. Let me look it up. But while I'm looking it up, let me just say this. Jeff Burr knows, he knows exactly what he's doing as far as these movies go, and he knows exactly what he's doing as far as like casting goes and shit like that. Okay, so we got Stepfather 2, Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, Pumpkinhead 2. Oh, he did fucking Puppet Master 4 and 5. And he did 3 episodes of Beetleborgs. First of all, I loved Beetleborgs back in the day. That was the closest thing I got to Power Rangers and VR Troopers. But Puppet Master 4 and 5, I can respect Jeff Burr for those because, again, continuity is where it exists for me in horror franchises. I love me some continuity. And Puppet Master 4 and 5, I'm pretty sure they shot those back to back. Yeah, because one came out in 93, one came out in 94, but those are the ones that had Gordon Curry and the chick that played his girlfriend, and the puppets were fighting those, interdimensional puppets and aliens or monsters, whatever the fuck was going on in those movies. But I used to rent those a lot, so I definitely respect Jeff Burr as a genre director, man. He's tried some things. He's jumped into franchises where, they were well established at that time, whether they were 3 movies in, whether they were 2 movies in. He's jumped into these franchises, man, and there's not a lot of people out there that can do that type of shit, man. So big shout out to Jeff Burr and also the writers, Constantine and Ivan Shakornia. I hope I'm saying those right. Y'all know I suck at these last names, but big shout out to Andrew Robinson and Amy Dolans and Soleil Moon Fryer and J. Trevor Edmond, Hill Harper, Alexander Perlinsky, and Mark McCracken, who I didn't mention much, that played Pumpkinhead in this movie. Big shout out to him because he did a fantastic job. I don't know if that guy is that fucking tall. I don't know if they put stilts on that motherfucker while they were filming this movie, but he is amazing as a movie monster. And if that guy is still around, I would not mind if they brought him back for a fucking Pumpkinhead, like direct sequel or reboot, whatever the case may be. And shout out to everybody else that was involved in the making of this movie, man. Shout out to the cameos too, Kane Hodder and Linnea Quigley, R.A. Mahaloff, and Joe Unger. I appreciate all the horror cameos in this movie, man. This movie is so near and dear to my heart, man. Everybody can talk about how bad it is and how many flaws it has, but I always have a great time watching this movie. And it's the last great Pumpkinhead movie we ever got, because 3 is fucking utter garbage. 4 I won't even watch because I know it's trash. And I'm gonna be real with y'all. I like this better than part 1. This is number 1 in the 4 movies that they have in this franchise, man. And I'll just end it off with that, people. But y'all already know where to go, man. And if y'all don't, y'all can follow the podcast with Anchor, Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Breaker, Radio Public, Podbean, and Podcast Addict. Shout out to Anchor. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, Romero Tudor. Shout out to the Facebook movie group, The Cinemaniacs. And shout out to the Facebook movie groups, The Horror Virus, and Movie Preview Review. And last but certainly not least, shout out to the Tudor reviewers, the listeners, the lovers, the supporters out there. First of all, man, I appreciate y'all. If y'all have stuck through this entire Intoxic commentary, I definitely appreciate y'all, man, because I don't get to do these often anymore. And that's for very good reason, but I felt like this was the one to do it. Because I wanted to do this before and I didn't get a chance to. Now, it was either going to be this. Now, I'm pretty sure I mentioned a bunch of them. I'm not going to mention a whole plethora of other movies that I didn't mention before. But, one thing I do want to do is shout out to the reviewers, listeners, lovers, supporters out there. We hit 57K listens, spins, whatever you want to call it. But we recently hit 57.2. And I appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all so near and dearly, man. And we've definitely, spooky season is not over, man. It's not over. And we've got a lot more commentary and a lot more content to go. I don't know how the trailer reactions are going to go so far, but the trailer reactions are probably going to be the only thing to break spooky season content as far as. But, I say that to say this. I did Black Panther, trailer to. Trailer reaction this month, and I did Creed trailer reaction this month. That's not horror, but horror, we all know at this point, horror is the foundation in which the Tudor Reviews podcast is built on. Even though Furious 7 was the first commentary I ever did. But horror, y'all know if I'm doing anything, I'm doing horror content. And if anybody is coming to me to suggest anything, it's horror content, man. So we're going to keep spooky season going all season long and into the next season and into the next year and so on and so forth. But basically what I'm saying, to end this Intox commentary episode of Pumpkinhead 2 Blood Wings, I appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all, and we will definitely keep this train rocking and rolling, man. And thank you guys so much for the support. And also I want to do a big shout out to gotta shout out Johnny Zuko and Ginger Snap on Bumpin' the Night Podcast 1428. Make sure y'all go check them out on Podbean and wherever else podcasts are available. Because we with We Love Horror Podcast, shout out to Michael Seeley. We also did a spoiler review for Halloween Ends. And it was a good one, man. It was a good episode. It was a great episode. And I did, my commentary for Halloween Ends. Y'all can check that out also. But, make sure y'all check that out. And make sure y'all check out the episode of R&Z Live with me and Johnny Zuko from Bumpin' the Night Podcast 1428. Last night we finally got around to doing our, worst to best Halloween ranking, and it was controversial to say the least, man, but it made for a really good episode, man. So you guys tune into that, and there's a lot more to look forward to, man. Not just for spooky season, but just for the future in general, man. I'm so appreciative of you guys, and I'm going to end this, because I'm not going to hold y'all. I've been holding in this piss for like 17 years. But y'all already know where to go, man. And if y'all don't, y'all can follow the podcast on Anchor, Spotify. Hold on. Wait. Wait, am I really doing this right now? People, I'm fucking up. I feel like the people that really tune in to the end of the episode are the ones that are going to be like, damn, is he fucked up or not? Yes, this is definitely an Intox commentary episode, and y'all can tell I haven't done one in a very long time because I'm about to do the whole outro over again. But y'all already know, the love and support that y'all show me, I show it back to y'all tenfold and then so. So with that being said, people, yours truly, Romero Tudor. Another episode of Tudor Reviews in the can. I'll check y'all on the next one.